Hello. How's everyone doing? Sorry, it's just a solo Sharky for a second while we're waiting for Satan. Now I'm eating chocolate, so I've been on mute for a little bit just eating. Oh my gosh. Let's hop over. Boop, there we go, yeah. Boop. 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 Okay. Oh my gosh. Pie. It was chocolate and peanut butter. Obviously, I'm going to consume that because it's chocolate and peanut butter. It's not like it was something nasty like bacon or pie or something. How you doing, Pie? Gosh. Oh man. That's cool. What kind of, that's cool that you're tidying up your house, though. There's probably a lot that needs to get done. Should probably... Let me just double check. Okay, let's... I'm sorry, Pat. I'm making an album of photos of my dad and my uncle because his uncle's lamenting that he had new photos. Oh, that's cool, though. That's very nice of you. I'm sorry, Pi, that this is, no, it's not really Phoenix Wright Battle Royale. But I'm sorry that this is the one that you came in at because, when I open my eyes, I find myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before. And when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're finally awake. Finally, are you okay? Oh. Now's not the time for sleeping. Get your up. You missed one of the characters being stabbed, or we found them in the... We found one of the characters in our dorm's bathroom stabbed through the chest, and then we passed out. This is right after we passed out after seeing one of our classmates dead. Basically, we are locked in a school. To get out, somebody needs to murder another student and then get away with it. And so they're all like, we wouldn't murder another student. Like, no, why would we do that? No. And then the headmaster was like, yes, I have played this. The headmaster was like, oh, well, y'all aren't killing each other, so let's give y'all a motive. And so he gave us a motive, and now one of the characters is dead. No. As one of the tags is, no spoilers. Because I'm the only one that I know who's played this. Now's no time for sleeping. Get your butt up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here.
Well,
It's no surprise, considering what happened. What happened? Ah! Hey, are you okay? So, it wasn't a dream? What I saw... It was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. Huh? A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Hey, where do you think you're going? Oh. Hello?
Hello.
Hello? How you do?
I moved my cat because she was on my chair, but now she's on my lap. That means it's a good day.
So far we have woken up and figured out, oh crap, she actually did die.
She wasn't playing around.
We woke up in the gym, oh crap, she's actually dead. I have to see from...
Up in the gym?
Yes, we woke up in the gym with everyone around us. I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka's...
Oh, right, 'cause he passed the fuck out.
If Sayaka's...
just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself.
Why?
You already did.
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just sitting around here? I mean, why are y'all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Let's just do that so you're able to see, so you can swear on time.
Oh, right.
Haha! Our friend Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she was really gone.
Yes, and pink blood.
Yes.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us all to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remember that...
Yes, murder time.
We remember the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But...
So,
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. ... Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that. If you can believe anything, you can believe that.
Can you believe anything?
Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart?
I believe in Magic the Fox.
Ah, he's here again.
Hey,
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you, I will do anything that goes against the purpose of your school life here.
Magic is not really magic.
I'm famous at safari parks throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
but
Then who did it? Who killed her?
come on.
You already know the answer. The one who killed her is one of you. Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka? Don't be stupid. That's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you were about to see a dove get shot out of a Gatling gun.
You know, we were playing possible.
Don't you remember what I told you when this all began?
Yahoo!
One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well,
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact.
High five. Weirdest grad requirements ever. Truly.
Yep, to graduate you need to murder.
Oh shit, I made the wrong cocktail.
You didn't make hostility?
Not today.
What?
I tried out this new veggie juice that I had gotten from my grocery delivery box thing, but it tastes like I'm drinking straight up tomato sauce, so I decided to make a Bloody Mary, even though I don't really like Bloody Marys that much.
Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their faces. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone? It is amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Hey, hold on. Don't just
Girl Scouts or something. Yeah.
don't just assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right? Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. What you said, isn't it? That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. What he said.
What?
Why are you laughing? It's 'cause... Naive. You're just so naive. You think it's really that easy? You can just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey.
You're super naive. Devilishly naive. Hellishly naive. No. The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation.
Yeah, murdering is just playing. Now it's time for the real thing.
Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold. Remember?
Then perhaps.
Are you referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations? If you are the Blacken that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. This is what you are talking about, is it not?
In other words,
Bingo! It's not enough just to kill someone, you have to actually get away with it! Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with.
yahoo!
So, a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial? Yep. It'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the Blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
Every time the word blackened comes
During
up,
the
I'm just
trial,
imagining
you'll
like
have to
fish.
present your arguments about who you think the Blackened is.
Fish?
Alright, who here is a fish?
I'm a fish.
Blackened cat.
And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote.
No, so it's high school all over again.
If the answer you've arrived at is
I think
correct,
Jake is guilty. What? Why? 'Cause fuck you, you're rude as shit during class discussion.
Well, here's the thing.
only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive. and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
So if you're right, hey, you're fine. If you're wrong, literally everyone else gets punished.
Which of course means your school life will come to an end.
And that punishment is not a slap on the wrist.
As far as class trial rules go,
Is it a slap on the
that's all
throat?
there is to it.
A slap on the throat? No.
Is it a slap on the throat via knife? It's a degree stupider than the actual legal system.
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution. Execution?
What?
And by execution, you mean...
Execution is execution. Execution.
Executor?
Electric chair. Poison
Execute.
gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Oh, Christopher, connect the fucking dots. Here's one. Here's two.
So, to make sure I understand, if we get the culprit right, then only they die, but if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well done.
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you, implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an Inquisition type thing.
So this is Dragon Age.
Yes, totally, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rule I just described to your handbook. Make sure to keep it in mind.
Hey,
Wait, hold on a second.
the hell are you
You're freaking insane, you know that? Huh?
What the?
A class trial? What the heck is this? I said it. I don't want anything to do with that.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it.
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
The hell are you talking about?
What? Punishment? I might. I don't know. Throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
So the same situation you're already in.
Shut the
Hell?
up. Say whatever you want. I'm not going to be part of this.
I don't believe it.
Give the Sharky saying heck.
No.
Don't be so selfish.
Stop it.
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us. Although, it was more of a waddle. Oh, shut the...
Fuck.
Come on! Come on! Oh, right, I have to swear.
Yep.
But then...
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you? Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gunyear.
Thanks.
This wasn't
She needs some milk.
supposed to. Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
What a shame. I kind of liked her.
What the? I don't... This can't be real. No way! There are two... The most
They're
like...
all made of Pepto-Bismol, that's why. Don't worry about it.
The most likely reason that I hear online is because if it was red blood, it wouldn't have gotten through the Japanese censors for kids killing each other and then red blood coming out. So they changed it to pink.
Well,
Now I am painfully...
And murdering each other. Red blood?
Yep.
Oh, that's horrifying. Oh, but if it's pink blood, it's okay. The kids can murder each other, that's fine.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know?
You can't show blood. What if it's pink? Oh, fucking perfect!
But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Ah, what an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right?
now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body.
Every time it says that blood is pouring out, I submit that we should say an unbelievable amount of Pepto-Bismol is pouring out of her body.
It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend. You'll know each other for like 4 days.
Yeah, friends.
What is this, sword levels of friendship? Was dead. She died. She'd been murdered.
Trauma bonding, sure.
Fair. In simple terms. It was the death of a human being.
Yeah, buried alive seems pretty bad. Depending which form of buried alive, like, it might also be the same as starving, but also with limited movement for the whole time until you get to starving.
Yeah. It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality!
Why?
Why'd you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Are you sure, Monokuma?
What if I really want to kill time?
Me tired of this. Punch Monokuma across the gym. Take me though.
Fuck out, Pooh Bear.
Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it!
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma.
Well now.
Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it...
It's the Monokuma File!
Wow, so creative. I mean,
Great name.
naturally, you guys are an expert at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka?
Well, they have to have some way of determining if you're right or not.
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
correct.
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Fire away! Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us.
He left us a lot of things, I guess.
And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd find ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey,
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone else.
What?
Huh?
in other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key.
Do they just stay in the school? Do other students bury them? Does Monokuma ship it back to the family with a note that says lol?
That's a good question. Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
that's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing, because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in.
Tell?
Am I letting someone kill me? Oh, right.
Damn it.
Let's do this.
Can't be caught if there's no one left to catch you.
We just have to do it. Everyone kept repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. It's not a battle royale. Because a battle royale is just like, okay, you kill everyone else. That's not it. If you pass once, you're done. It's what
Well, everyone else does die at that.
Yes, but a battle royale is more
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that technically, if you succeeded, you have also killed everybody else.
Semantics, because Monokuma technically does. Why she had to be the one? Because she was an easy target, Makoto. Next question. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. No. You can't do that. You can't kill everybody else. Monokuma...
Why?
Monokuma is very strict on there needs to be a trial. If everyone else is dead, there will be no trial, and that breaks the rules also.
Okay, what if all but one other is dead?
Still not a trial.
Then it's 1v1.
Yeah, no. I don't have any choice. I have to do this. Hey, let's look at the dead body.
What if you gang up with someone?
That's a good question. What if you have an accomplice? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a...
The question is, who gets credit to leave?
That is a good question. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse.
You're saying this in a way that makes me think that this is going to happen.
Like they do in movies and stuff, but... She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood... Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? That means...
What?
That means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real?
Let me out of here!
Really, really.
Line.
Hell no!
Someone save me! Let me out of here! Most people don't survive multiple spear wounds to the torso. Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just now accepting that? Am I allowed to leave? Oh, hold on. Huh? Before I begin the investigation, isn't there something else we need to discuss? Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. Do you think that was the worst episode of Punked or something? He is very high. We made jokes about like, oh man, wanna come back to my room? I have a lot of drugs. What do you mean by a lot? All the drugs. It's like he ate the KFC chicken from the dating sim. What do you mean?
All the drugs.
You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. Every single drugs. Yeah, basically. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look.
Chicken now?
We can let Mondo look at... Gosh dang it.
Hmm?
How high are you right now? Yeah. Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone.
What?
What? Why
Hell not.
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want.
Well, at that point, it would become pretty fucking obvious, though, wouldn't it?
What?
Fuck you!
So then.
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP! Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Okay, now
Just
can I
a
leave?
second.
Gosh dang it! What else do we need to discuss?
anyway,
We're going to find out who the killer is. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. No, I didn't want to talk to you.
Too bad.
What the heck?
I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead.
Oh,
Hmm? So you finally noticed. Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. In a book, it's Reading Rainbow. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. What? She's right! Then, could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned towards me. Hold on a second. You got it all wrong. She just died in my room. I didn't kill her. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
what the heck?
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth. The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
so then,
Are we done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We all have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so
hell, do I have to say any more?
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't know.
goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before he realized it.
Yo.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty. Huh. Better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. Whatever son of a
Bitch.
did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
Fucking dead.
they better not let me find them. Skip the trial and cave there.
Goddamn.
Skull in myself. I'm serious. I will.
I will fuck them up.
Letting his deadly words
The
hang
one
in
with
the
actual colorful swearing, so I don't have to say L, L, L.
letting his deadly words hang in the air. He and Sakura ran off.
So,
But I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know, and we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very suspicious.
It was you. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Just don't come any closer. Are you gonna kill me next?
so,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, you shouldn't be giving your secrets away like that.
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left, and their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will
execution is execution. Execution! Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should...
Neon pink on the ground.
Yep. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we just got before. The victim was Sayaka Mizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound right to the abdomen. There was also an injury on her to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. We got a Monokuma file.
Ta-na-na.
Okay. Yep, let's leave the gym. First of all, I should head back to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new? Like, you know, all the fighting that happened in it? There are gouges in the bed, like someone tacked it. What the
Hello?
happened here? The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. Can't imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building,
Fucking furniture.
right? So you haven't used yours either, then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually,
As far as no.
Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. It's like, why the
Hell.
would we? Toolkit has been added to the truth bullets. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so it must be mine. If I remember, we traded keys. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did they get in? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if it's you, even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for anyone else. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... switching rooms? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does that mean it was used to do the attack somehow? Plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch a little bit.
I see.
What?
Are we going to be looking for that
Looking for what?
gold?
There's
Are we gold diggers now?
There are scratches and gouges on the wall and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? Looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. What?
Damn it.
Okay. I was right there in the other room. If only I heard something. That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal situation for murder. ...
Yes?
Evidence of a struggle.
Obviously?
Where's left to check? And plus the sword isn't taken out of the sheath. Huh? Some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on it? And... Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than was there before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Hey,
I hate MCs that are so painfully stupid.
hey Kyoko? I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. Oh, don't worry, the stupid hasn't even come up yet. But...
What are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees. That is not down on her knees. Carefully inspecting every inch of the room.
Did you lose a contact or something?
Oh my god.
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said,
Listen,
Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. Looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Makoto's room cleanliness.
If being provably a slob is what saves your fucking life,
Yeah.
you really gonna be upset?
Well, let's see if we can go in now. On the other side of the door... Green blood! No.
Green blood?
I can't... There was an invert, so it was green. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push through my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's not the time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where did they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's wrist is broken. Wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. ... I looked past Sayaka on the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood was the number 11037.
Hey, you know, you get on my case about things that wreck people's eardrums.
Bones can still break after death.
They can.
Did Sayaka do this?
Truly. Stupid MCs.
Some sort of sharp objects have been thrust into her stomach. But what are they used?
Some sort of sharp object. I've never seen it before. I have no idea what kind of sharp object.
Boop, boop, boop. Is that it? Is that it? Yep, looks like that's it.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers, that's most likely Sayaka's dying message. Never seen something written in blood before. Really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well...
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obviously you're not going to tell me.
Dying message has been added.
Yep. Sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly I have no idea. Oh, I know I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer? There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. Once you learn the trick, it opens no problem.
Correct.
So the door doesn't fit quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What the heck? The door was practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious that was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this, like, weirdly.
I see.
Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if
I'm so lost. Okay, whatever, bye. I don't care if you're lost.
As if forgetting... Well, she did straight up say, if you don't solve it yourself, like, you're not gonna be satisfied with the ending, so, like, figure it out yourself. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Hey, the doorknob. I still don't really understand any of this, but I already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look somewhere else? I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I had no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that...
No choice.
Yep, no choice. I'm sure.
No other option.
I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. And... Huh? This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's on it? And this is Sayaka's room, right? But the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on mine, Sayaka's room, were switched? So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. But why would anyone do that? Do you say anything?
Seems like...
Something doesn't seem right. Monokuma file Sayaka was killed in your room. Can't stop thinking about it. Could be the nameplate. Oh, they just give hints. Also, we are like very short. Like if this is eye level,
We're just crouching down at his crotch for reasons.
ah yes,
Reasons.
for reasons we are crouching.
At crotch level. Yep.
Monokuma appears!
It's the end of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open?
No, you can't go any further!
No, no, no. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No, no, no. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Who's on cleaning duty?
No, you can't go any further!
No, no, no. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. This is stupid. It'd be faster just go around and ask the others.
No, you can't go any further!
No, no, no. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty. So I wonder where a knife would come from.
No, it's a sharp object. We don't know what kind of sharp object.
Right.
But has never seen it in his life.
Well, now he has. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing? Was it missing from the beginning, or... Happy to see if anyone here knows more about it. Kitchen knife set. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that and appearing in somebody's gut. Oh, so it wasn't missing
Suddenly disappeared and appeared in someone's gut. That's a way to put it.
So it wasn't missing from the beginning?
That's right.
Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come into the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. Hey, by the way, did you really kill her? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you think I murdered her?
'Cause, I mean...
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So, I mean... You dingus! Yeah, I mean, a lot of the characters are dinguses at times.
They're all dinguses, actually. Every single one.
You guys were...
I haven't played very far in this game, but that's all I know.
You guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. ... What else did we need to check out? Oh, right, we need to... talk to you? I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? Just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Oh, it just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So I formally applied for the position by saying yes. I was going to start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room, right?
Here we go.
Of course! It's my job to gather all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge.
Very strange.
Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room, and only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want? That does seem more convenient.
So in other words...
Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student becomes blackened until less they're discovered.
So that's it.
Ah, that must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The throat would disappear and things would become boring. Boring?
Hey, listen.
Anyway, more important than that.
Hey, you bastard.
Hey, fatty, why'd you want the cleaning gig anyway? Wow, Leon, you're a terrible person.
Oh,
What?
I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal?
You...
Liar, I know why you did it.
Is it...
I want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, you know, and poking around in it.
there's no way to think about this in a common sense kind of way.
What? I love garbage. What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D.
You know what I mean.
There's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you get tired of 2D and then turn to...
Completely unforgivable.
I would never get tired of 2D. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily chose 2D. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures.
Give me a break.
How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, that's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy is cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What?
What?
If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? That's not how it's supposed to. Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi, since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past trauma or save a village or beat a boss. Nothing like that, nerd. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I headed towards the trash room. I'm terrified by the I love 2D. Be terrified. Yes? Comments? Questions?
No, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stopped dreaming. Got busy living, or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita, they found themselves a way out. Whatever, please, just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Pulled out the key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate, and then...
Mr. Naegi!
However, Mr. Naegi,
Without a doubt.
surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! No! Why would I throw out evidence while you're here? That would be stupid! I gotta knock you out first. I mean, I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried destroying the evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind? Wait. Maybe a parallel world? Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking.
Truly, all of them are dingus.
This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. Do you see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator?
Yes, indeed.
It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Huh? Somebody turned on the incinerator. Keep talking crap, and maybe I'll commit a murder. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here.
Was it a fairy?
Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. Hifumi, do you realize what you just said? Which one?
Yes.
Okay. Huh? The fairy? No, you said the last time you were here, the incinerator was off. Ah, yes. About that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory.
I feel as if...
Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has the key to open the gate,
Most suspicious.
it should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. But how is that possible? That or Hifumi's the murderer. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something? A burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? I can't believe I just said that.
Yes, a hunk of burning love. That's exactly right. What a smart cookie.
Anyway, it looks like a piece of cloth in the shape It's part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, there's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball, just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand.
Is this
Eh,
perhaps...
is that? Do you know what this is?
Mm-hmm.
They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. Nerd. Kidding aside.
In
What?
this game.
What?
This game paints itself.
It's the kind of thing you might see on a big city street corner. Gaze into it and I will show you a glimpse of the future. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say, but who did this particular ball belong to? Oh, there's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I'd better go find out for sure. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes were in here. What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Why me?
That's it. I'm
Everyone-
sure of it.
Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. So let's just leave. So do you know who the killer is?
What's that? I'm playing Picross.
Do you know who the killer is?
Nope, because I'm playing Picross.
What, you haven't pieced it together? Nope.
Sorry, was I supposed to be paying attention?
Yes. The DVD's still there. So I got really upset after seeing what was on it. Wonder, what did she see? May not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out.
Now that she's dead, I have no choice but to violate my friend's privacy. None. No choice.
Do dead bodies have privacy? Well, there's only one place we can see the DVD. Should be able to see what's on the DVD. DVD that Saka threw in the garbage. Sat down in front of the screen and put DVD in the player. Push play and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then...
Wait, so it was in the garbage and you fished it out of the garbage?
Yep. I mean, given all the crap I'm uncovering in my dad's house, I'd say no. Dead bodies don't get to have privacy. An image slowly appeared. Yeah, like it was on top in the garbage can. And he pulled it out to put it in the DVD, to put it in the DVD player.
No choice but to invade her privacy, I guess. I mean, what else are you supposed to do?
An image appeared. It looked like some kind of concert, and standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there along with the friend she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then the voice I'd come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
Sayaka Maizono, the ultimate pop sensation, lead singer for a world-famous all-girl pop band.
Sayaka's ghost appears. The
The fuck, man?
yeah.
Fuck, man?
The glowing spotlight only made them that much more beautiful. But then...
Suddenly the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. What the? Sayaka disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed. Yes, they just collapsed out of exhaustion.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have to do a whole extra
Team
person's
suddenly
dancing.
fell apart. None of them will ever perform on stage again. None of them will ever feel the warmth of the spotlight. For Sayaka, there's simply nowhere for her to return to. So here's the billion-dollar question. What, oh what, could have caused the group to go to pieces?
You know, considering it's just sitting on top of the trash, I'm like, what if Monokuma just swapped out with this?
Without warning, the video cut off. Well, she's dead, so yeah, she's not going anywhere. What the?
Yeah, she's not going anyway. There's nothing for her to return to, so it doesn't matter.
What the? Heck.
Fuck?
Heck.
Hell.
That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that
I mean,
really...
honestly, these kind of pop groups have lots of competition from every other pop group.
Yeah.
If something happens, they'll just be replaced.
If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Hi, Taka. Bye, Taka. Need to go see 2 other people who are more important. Programmer. Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something.
Huh?
Oh, what is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. Do you have any idea what those numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code or something? Sorry, no?
Never pin her debit card. Go redistribute her wealth.
Chihiro slowly shook her head.
I'm sorry.
I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even if she doesn't know, or could she maybe know more than she's letting on? ... No, couldn't be.
It's numbers without context. You kind of need some kind of context.
That is true. Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something?
Why are you sitting behind me?
What?
Keita has come up on my chair.
Ah.
And he's standing behind me.
No. I gotta get out of here. Gotta get out now. I've had enough. Gotta break free. Hiro, snap out of it.
You know, standing in front of this, his hair looks doubly like a fucking tree.
Hey, it's Laundry Tree!
His hair is a tree!
It's Laundry Tree 2.0.
He's Eurydice.
Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? Ah! That's my crystal ball! He is one with nature. But it's all smashed up. What the?
Hell?
What the heck?
I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. So, how did it break?
What?
Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? That guy totally duped me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that ball controlled the world. Is it seriously all BS?
Shock Pikachu.
Let's put that aside for now. So you can say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. Probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone might have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? I mean, anyone could have found it and taken it. Thanks, Yara. That's all I want to know. Sure. ... By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up for fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million? $1 million? That's pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
I'm getting tired of waiting. What say we just get started, It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon!
The red door on the first floor. That's where I should go. No, wait, have to go. Is everyone ready for a class trial?
Nope.
You're late, Makoto.
In fact, none of them are, because none of them have been to law school yet, because they're all high schoolers.
Yeah, we've been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. Then we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Saika both know that all too well, and one of us is dead.
So actually she doesn't know that, because dead people can't know things.
But then, who is the killer? The one who murdered Saika, is it really one of us?
Does he ever get smarter?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom.
That is a spoiler, because that talks about later parts of the game.
Where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Well, I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Let us begin.
Yes.
Good
indeed.
idea. ...
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death? I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raise my voice to try and give myself courage, because, you know, I don't have power or wisdom. I turned, trembling with anticipation towards the elevator. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator. When I finally stepped on, the doors closed and the elevator started to move. Look at all these people. One of them is a murderer.
One elevator?
One.
But COVID.
This released in like 2008.
But COVID.
Actually, no. 2011 maybe? I think it's actually its 10th year anniversary this year, so I think it was 2011. I forget. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds. It was either last year or this year, because I know that they announced mobile ports of the games. Towards the school's basement.
It's one of those games that if I was younger, I would have been like, yeah! And now that I'm older, seeing it, I'm just like, I'm so tired.
I wonder if this is how it...
I'm so tired of stupid MCs.
Caw-caw!
Hey, Crow Caca is not that stupid.
That is true. Not
Relatively speaking, it's Ryota who ends up stupid.
it's not like Korra stupid.
So about Maz Mafia.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Dude, shit.
Not even close. It's total.
Shit.
Well now.
Okay. Everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up! We did what he said and found our seats. Even though we're gonna be standing.
They're just sitting on very tall stools.
The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see see everyone else. Which also meant it would be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
How many times can you use deadly in one sentence?
Deadly, 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 deadly.
I didn't know that deadly was the new buffalo.
Yes. How many times can you use buffalo in a single
Let's
sentence?
begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your
that
votes
buffalo
will
can take
determine
that
the
property.
results.
Like, thing within the sentence, so you can have a sentence that's just buffalo, buffalo, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Ah, yeah, all the class trials are fully voiced, so thankfully you don't have to hear me that much. So, I mean, not like anybody likes hearing me or something.
Of course.
And-
Alright, we'll just also play Professor Sharky in the background at the same time.
Why would you torture me so?
For fun.
Do you like sticking that kitchen knife into my abdomen?
Well, I'm not torturing you via kitchen knife.
Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Taka, you're an idiot.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Is that true?
Hmm?
Does friendship penetrate even death's barrier?
I don't know. Friendship is magic, after all.
Magic!
It's kind of fucked up. I love it.
Friendship penetrates?
Shut up, Hifumi.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
It's about to begin. A debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Hey! Nope, don't want to hear your instructions. Basically, you have bullets. You hear people talk. You shoot bullets at the lie. That's it.
Did this just become an FPS?
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
No, that's wrong.
She did resist. Why was there scratch marks? Literally everywhere.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked.
And yeah, it kind of becomes an FPS during the class trials, and also like 4 other genres.
With the way things had been damaged.
Class trials are weird.
Mm-hmm.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Why is this so
Between
intense?
Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Stop being a dick and actually be helpful for once.
Sorry.
Being
Okay,
helpful.
so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
Let's start the class trial. Wow, it's like a real trial. Maybe we're gonna be big boys and girls now.
Wow.
We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Huh, I wonder. Tutorial trial.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her
Some kind of sharp object. We don't know. We've never seen one in our lives.
So the
We've
killer used
absolutely
some random knife they
never
had
seen
on.
one.
No, that's wrong.
Yep, it was just a random knife. Nobody knows.
No. I do think it was a
Nope,
knife.
they've never
But
seen a
not
knife
just any
before. It's
knife.
some kind of sharp
I'm almost
object.
positive it was a kitchen knife.
You know, the person who leads all the gangs in Japan doesn't know what a knife looks like.
Correct.
Makes sense.
Huh? Kitchen knife?
After the murder,
In Japan, where
I
they don't have
discovered that
guns.
one of the knives from
Or
the
at least-
kitchen was missing.
A lot rarer.
Isn't it like incredibly rare? Like you have to go through a lot to get one?
Well, I say rarer because legally there's a lot of hurdles.
Yes, legally.
Also, the fact that Japan is an island, well, a bunch of islands, helps with controlling that.
Which
True.
means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
My god, this is so stupid.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Totally see it as a kitchen knife. It can't be any other kind of knife.
Okay, so the
I'm
murder weapon
almost
was
done
a
with my
kitchen
drink
knife.
and
But
I'm
where does
kind of
that
tempted
get
to
us?
go make a hostility.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Because I'm angry at this. It's so
Makoto's room
stupid.
was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Ah, yes, it happened in his room, therefore he has to be the killer. Couldn't it be literally anyone else? No, it's your room. It has to be you.
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really
Alright,
believe that?
Okay. Not like anything in...
If you're pulling a voice during this trial, that means I don't have to swear for you. So,
Yes,
you
that
know.
is true. ... She's right. There's got to be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know And she walks away right as a curse pops up. She walks away right as a curse that I would have to read walks on screen. What is the timing of that? Dang. Well, I'm not the killer. There's a bit more. No, screw that. You can have more than one bullet. Hit the correct spot.
So I guess there's no question that the
Oh, you
kitchen
can also,
knife
like,
is the
fast
murder.
forward.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret. Nobody...
Somebody was there.
No, that's wrong. Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
I'm not the killer, 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 I'm not the killer.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Wait, let me... Is there... Oh, I can't.
No, he definitely wasn't there.
Ah, nope. Nope. Okay. Can't bring it up.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other? Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
I'm just going to leave it on this because Satan had that exact question. So how are you doing? Magic, have you figured out who the killer is? Laying on my floor, stretching my back, and my favorite cat is very confused. Have more coding homework, but at least it's my final project. Oh, nice! That's good. That's awesome that it's your final project. Hopefully you can get done soon. Have either of you two figured out who the killer is just by hearing? I've been making things with melty beads and burning my fingertips by trying to touch them while they're still too hot. Now, don't burn your fingertips, Bones. You might be suspected as a murderer. And you know what happens to murderers? They get punished. You don't want Monokuma coming after you now, do ya? I am impatient. I don't know. You might get a bear, black and white bear coming after you. I have not figured it out, but I've been distracted by putting photos away. That's fair. That is very fair. I'm curious how long Satan's going to be away. Might actually just go on.
So you ask, And so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
Oh, I see. They've answered my question.
Yeah, I actually waited for a while because I'm like, Satan asks this exact question. Because they were just like, well, what would happen if there's an accomplice? Because Toko was like, maybe the swimmer girl's in on it. And so Byakuya was like, well, what happens if there's an accomplice? Well, here's the answer.
So in other words, two people
Damn,
can
what's
work
the point
together,
then?
but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Exactly.
I really want to know what happens though. Like, say they take turns stabbing someone. Could you argue that they did not both kill them? That there was only one killer?
The ruling would go to whoever caused the killing blow.
And there's no way anyone would work
What if the
together,
killing
right?
blow was just that they then left her to bleed out?
It would be the last. It would be the last one.
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case. Oops. Did I say that out loud?
So many technicalities. Yeah.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Well, who said the killer took the knife?
Okay, so then who did take the knife?
Someone had
seems
to take the
the
knife.
obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
That is true.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
I hear Hina, and all I can hear is Morgana from Persona 5.
Same voice actor?
Same voice actress.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Wow, Leon. Wow.
Sakura's what?
Me.
Right.
Wow, Leon.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's
Didn't I just say
unwholesome.
she?
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
This is absolutely a mistake that came out of, like, the translation. Because
Yes.
Japanese doesn't have
Yes.
gendered pronouns.
Yes. That is very much a... It works, quote, better in...
Oh, sorry, I'm getting a phone call.
Okay.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Dun, dun, dun! Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Sayaka.
God! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
Fair argument.
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent.
Dang, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit's about to begin. No! You play Hangman. Don't pick the wrong letters. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If we can figure out what that something is. I wonder. Maybe it's hair.
Now I understand. That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
That is very true.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
But her body's literally in the room.
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
Hey Makoto, don't you remember this? Hey Makoto, how about this? Hey Makoto, hey Makoto, hey Makoto, how about you ask other people for once? Maybe everyone else has the answers that I don't have. Stop asking me these questions. Killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object that killer broke, which was the doorknob.
I'm back.
That the killer
Sorry, my
had
parents
trouble
called for
getting into the
Lunar New
bathroom.
Year.
You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Happy Chinese Lunar New Year, whatever, for everyone who celebrates it.
Ah, yes. all that's happened was, yeah, there's no hair here, and everyone's like, yeah, there's no hair there, so what? You just tried to clear up that Sayaka was there. I yelled, okay, but, like, her body's there. They're like, yeah, her body's there. Are you an idiot?
You mean, yeah.
And then...
It's the year of the ox.
And then, they're like, well, she was stabbed in the bathroom, but they had trouble getting in. They're like, well, what do you mean? And they're like, well, Makoto, don't you know why they had trouble getting in? Or proves that they had trouble getting in? And I was just like, why do they ask Makoto everything? Stop asking me all these questions. Why does he have to remember the evidence that proves this when you clearly know it? Exactly.
For dramatic impact. Okay. Dramatic
for my
impact.
bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
It means that the top part is screwed and it's already ready to fall off.
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Why would he have to break the bathroom door down?
I mean, more to the point, it proves that if he knows the trick to opening it, he doesn't have to break it down.
Remember, only living right now, us and Kyoko know about the trick.
Which you just told her. Yes.
Yes. Sometimes you just gotta break your bathroom door. It's healthy. But, like, it's been established that men's rooms don't have locked. So if she ran into the bathroom and closed the door, if it was any other guy's room, it would have just opened. Because it was ours, it had some problems.
Number one luckiest student.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
Oh, hey, Magic. Basically what you said. Sometimes you just gotta
break your bathroom door. It's healthy.
Still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more. No, I don't want to hear about it. Stuff happens during it. Shoot it.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Uh-huh.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
Then the killer ran after her.
Uh-huh.
And they got into the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh, wait, nope. She didn't lock it.
No, it's wrong.
How could she have locked?
Like it's Phoenix Wright, but dumber.
It wasn't because it was locked.
You think
Phoenix Wright already feels really fucking dumb.
I was about to say, are you calling Phoenix, like, not dumb? Because Phoenix Wright is, like, dumb.
Even dumber.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms.
Look,
right?
Phoenix actually went to law school.
Ace attorney.
Ayy!
Yes, now that you mention
I actually need to play those games.
I have them on Steam.
Same.
I played it a little bit. It didn't hold my attention enough, but it was fine, I guess.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
So funny to see lawyers try to play
it. Yeah, I have a lawyer friend, and she called it kangaroo court, which, you know, is accurate, I guess.
What are you talking about? My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door.
And have the body of his best friend wind up in his bathroom.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
Killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime is that they didn't know it was my room.
My God! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
Is it though?
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Is it though?
Say what?
Say what?
Say what?
Well, to be more
Hey.
specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
Then there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
Hey Taka, you're catching up! Good!
So they had no
Wow.
idea how unnecessary their
Congratulations.
actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
Yeah, I would know how to open my own door, and I would know it was my room. So y'all need to figure out it won't be me, right? Nah, it's definitely Makoto. Yeah, it's totally Makoto. Let's kill Makoto.
That is a definite possibility.
Dick.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
So literally anyone but Makoto and Sayaka.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's what I've been trying to tell y'all.
Okay, then who did do it?
Mondo, asking the peak questions. You know, the whole point of this trial. Who done it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Nerd.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
That sounds like literally the worst idea.
What?
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
I just haven't had my drugs in a while, guys. Can, like, we get this over with? I need another dose in me stat.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you.
Oof. Oof.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
The door. How else would one go into a room?
How indeed?
Yes.
How
did the
indeed.
killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
That seems like the easy answer. So no!
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
For now.
Fine. How
All
about this?
unpickable,
The
yep.
killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Ms. Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka could let someone in because... I think it was this?
I got it!
Yeah.
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open the door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's even the point of switching?
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Just because you can't believe it, doesn't mean that's not how it was, Makoto.
What if her being scared was a lie?
She's a lying liar who lies?
What? That's you, though.
Rude.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
You know, does that actually work?
If you were pressing hard enough when you wrote.
Okay.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
I mean, it depends how hard you press when you write normally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you write very lightly normally, it might not work. If you use a pen, you'd probably press a bit harder, right? So you can just kind of write.
Yeah.
But if you use a pen, you would normally press a little bit harder, in which case, depending, it might work.
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Magic! Oh, gosh dang it, Magic. Every time you say something like that, I'm like, what kind of life have you led?
A fun life, clearly.
At what age did you learn to forge signatures?
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Oh, so Makoto wrote it. Got it. When it became necessary.
It became necessary, Sharky. I mean, you're the father whose signature was apparently forged. You should know. Or I guess you shouldn't know.
Magic, why are you forging my signature? Actually, what would Sharky's signature look like?
I don't know. Why don't you tell us, Sharky?
I don't know. I've never actually signed Sharky.
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
Oh, so you're actually Santa Seaweed's child.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
That's Amanda. Magic's
No,
Amanda.
I didn't. But of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note... Sayaka wrote it?
But why?
Oh wait, did I mention when I came
would
back
she
I have a
write
nice tall glass of distillery now?
Nice.
The note was likely her way of getting
No, I
in
think
touch
you
with a
were
certain
too happy
someone.
that they answered the accomplice question.
Ah, yes. Well, I have my cocktail. It is bourbon, peach,
Why
cream
did you?
soda, and grenadine.
Because drama.
She must have slid it
She's
under their door
really
to
into
let
this
them know she
detective
wanted
drama
to meet with
kind
them
of
in
thing.
secret.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation. What young man could resist?
Easy. That would be easy to resist. Literally.
The ace young man. That young man could resist.
Like, there is a whole killing thing going on right now. A person asks for you to come to their room? Why would you go to their room? It don't matter who she is and how popular. You don't go to her room.
What?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Okay, shut up.
Sure.
Shut up, Afumi.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
If I say no, will you say it anyway?
Very well then. Pay attention.
Oh, I guess I don't matter.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Yeah, for serious, I'm Al, but I'm not going to get thirsty during a horror movie. Tropes say I die sooner if I do. Literally, like, I think I sat down and watched, like, some of the one of the Friday the 13th with a bunch of friends, and they're like, yeah, no, the killer, like, Jason, like, he, like, awakens and, like, starts coming after people specifically if they're, like, thirsty / having sex. Monokuma just sitting the kids like, man, these kids talk a lot.
Yup. Switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
I wonder how loosely they're placed on the doors that they could easily have done this.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room
Well,
was Sayaka's.
Yeah, I guess that whoever took off the doorknob has opened their toolkit. Someone else can open their toolkit to switch nameplates. I don't know why they would do that, but...
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was...
Well, that's
Also,
assume...
on the topic of horror movies and getting thirsty, I think I came across, like, one of those trashy mobile dating sims that's literally the premise. Is that you get trapped on, like, an island and people are getting picked off, and then you and your boyfriend have sexy times for whatever reason. What?
But that premise before the whole sexy times, is you're saying if another person, remember, guys are the only ones who got the toolkits, girls got like sewing stuff.
I know.
Then, if someone did do
I know
what
what
the
I
note
said.
Okay.
They would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Are they just hanging on nails or something?
And the one who switched the names was...
Maybe.
Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it?
Well, there's only one other person. You could have switched them. Sayaka.
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
So if it wasn't Makoto...
So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
She sounds pretty devious.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room.
She ended up dead?
That's where the answer lies.
No, in between.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
I think there's some wrong steps there, but like, possibly?
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
I feel like yelling, "You goddamn idiot," is such a mood.
Wow, stellar work, Taka.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself.
And now it was used in a murder investigation. Good job defending yourself.
It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, it's golden!
I got it! All you have
Got
to do
it.
is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
We're hunting for gold!
It sure
We're
is.
gold.
Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword.
I don't think we're gonna get that much gold.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
Taka, you're finally catching up. Come on, you're only like 5 steps behind.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Zoink Scoop! We're gonna solve this mystery! Who's the one who killed Sayaka? What?
Wow.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more. No, shut up! Who needs tutorials? We have... stuff.
Fighting broke out.
We have stuff.
Grabbed the sword,
Yes.
and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No. Nope, that was wrong. So what you're saying is that... No!
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Maizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
I actually don't know. I forget. The person with the sword really did attack. There's no explanation. Oh.
When the fighting group culprit, and that's when the first sword-based...
And that's what broke Miss Maizono.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit...
Oh, whoops.
And that's exactly what happened.
No.
When the fighting group culprit, and that's when the first
Sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Because, man, it's not that easy to pull that sword out. Like, you probably could have gotten stabbed 10 times just by pulling that sword out of the sheath. It's not really good for fighting as being, like, you know...
He ran into my knife. He ran into my knife 10 times.
Is that a reference to something?
Yeah.
So what?
Chicago.
Because the
Stop
sword
laughing.
sheath had been
Ah.
scratched. See?
He
There's a
had it
gashing,
come.
like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
Oh, Mondo. Oh, Mondo.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you are going to attack with the sword, you take it out of the sheath first, right?
I don't think you can stab somebody through with a sheath. That would be pretty impressive.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
Now with that attitude, you can't. Mondo's hair makes me crave bugles.
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
And we've already said who had the kitchen knife.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out.
Oh boy, how many wrong things are going to be in this?
The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Taka, here's one question. Do you think Sayaka just left a giant kitchen knife lying around Makoto's room for somebody to walk in and grab and stab her with?
Yep. Why not?
Okay, maybe Taka would be that stupid.
Yep, why not?
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
So the killer was dual wielding?
Yep.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Yeah, that's the aesthetic. What aesthetic? The murder aesthetic?
Sorry, but I don't think
yeah.
Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it? Your stomach! That's how you wield the sword, right?
Yup. Totally.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right?
They were all clean.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Didn't we already say that just by touching it, the gold gets everywhere? It's like glitter. It gets literally everywhere. So if she touched it, where would the gold... What?
Glitter bomb surprise.
I can definitely feel the sword of my belly button.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it.
Don't stab anybody with your sword, your belly button wielding sword.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Again, don't people read the school regulations?
Sorry.
Reading. Love for soccer.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Yeah, why, yes. The ultimate, like, novelist doesn't read.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way she washed her hands because there's a regulation that the water is off.
I got it.
Oh no, I'm being attacked. Better wash my hands first.
Yeah, right?
Was around 1:30 a.m.
Oh no, I'm being attacked. My hands are dirty. And like, I gotta go take care of that.
In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway,
There
Sayaka
are
never touched the sword.
very small
That
handful of students that I actually like in this game, and one of them already died.
Oh, Sayaka?
No.
The killer is the only one who used the sword.
If you have to get up to pee in the middle of the night, you can't wash your hands or flush the toilet. That's not well thought out. That's what I was thinking. Like, all of the water's just off just because the showers are?
It's not that the showers are off, it's all the water is cut off.
But hold on. If that's right,
Seriously, you can't
the
flush.
one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
That's what it's saying.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yeah.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
So obviously...
Is gonna frame you for murder.
And the one who attacked
Congratulations. What a good friend.
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been
Perish.
Then perish. Yep, you just perish because you can't wash your hands or flush.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
But who was the, quote, victim slash murderer?
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
why Celeste has this accent.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka
Who
wanted
likes
to
her
I
hair?
love
on me?
Celeste. I just want to know why she has an accent when other characters don't.
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
Makoto.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
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 But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
But then it's a he.
And they believe him?
Yeah, then it's a he said she.
Clearly, they didn't believe him that well this time.
Exactly. And if she was alive, she more than likely would have switched the nameplates back and everything.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Would have been a pretty good job at framing Makoto.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
What'd she say?
Hmm?
What'd she say?
Oh no, I forgot because my cat's purring.
Oh.
He's really cute. Hey, Mom.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
7.
Hmm?
The number 7.
You shouldn't believe 707.
Wait,
He's tricky.
then you're saying she had this all
He's called
planned out?
Toko. I mean, yeah.
Holy
Cold Sayaka.
Yeah.
JK, her body's actually cold.
Her plan
Ah!
Yeah.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
But who was the one she was attacking?
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
I mean, I know the answer, but, like, you don't, so you need to figure it all out.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. There's no clues left.
Nope.
It's easy just to say,
None.
decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Shut up, Leon.
No, that's wrong.
There's a dying message.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Yes, her dying message.
Yep.
The dying
She was in the middle of eating
She
dinner
wrote
and just
something
decided to
on the
write
wall
up a
behind
note.
her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Yup. Uh-huh.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yeah, her finger.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey, Chihiro.
Oh.
You're a computer nerd or
Yeah?
whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Now that I actually looked at it, I'm like, oh.
Yeah!
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning
Again,
in these numbers.
probably works better in Japanese. When I don't think they changed that.
They're not numbers.
Yeah, Sam.
See, I was playing Picross all this time. I was looking at different numbers.
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just
look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1, 1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Yay! They figured something out!
Whoa! You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
I will say, Mondo may make us want bugles, but I also really enjoy his stupidity.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Shut up, Ifumi.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
That's also totally fair, Pi. ...
Yeah, same. We were looking away from the screen and then...
Line.
Damn it.
It's no use. I just don't know.
Come on.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it. I think maybe I see something?
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Crystal clear? Like a crystal ball? No, I'm just kidding. It's Leon.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
That's why we looked at this last.
Uh-huh.
It becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
Squall!
What the hell are you talking about?
It was Squall all along?
It was Squall all along.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Sorry, Sayaka tried to kill you, buddy, but now it's time to die.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Stop trying to break the fourth wall.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Sorry, I haven't been stretching lately. Should I be stretching before the
I
clash
like
time?
how his facial expression is different in the two different thingies.
Yep.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Why not?
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
I mean, Kyoko basically just always has that expression, so...
Huh?
Kyoko is one of the
You know
other
what I'm
ones I
talking
like.
about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Y'all are idiots, but what do we do? Y'all are idiots. The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of... It's that thing I found on the ground. You know, the shirt.
I got it!
Can't get over the neon pink.
The burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Left Behind? Isn't that a book series?
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. but there are some other points that may reveal.
Gosh dang it, I actually never realized he is wearing the school blazer on top of his hoodie. Until Magic mentioned it. Gosh dang it. Why do you have the stupidest style, Makoto?
Are you finally starting to understand?
Showing
The answers to all the riddles are right here.
What?
It skipped that message from Magic. I was like, what are you talking about?
That was from a while ago.
Oh.
But, like, it works. It does, but it's like, he's the only one wearing the blazer.
Yeah, I think so.
What? Wait, wasn't the other person just wearing it?
Who?
Whoever was standing next to the girl.
Mondo? No. He's wearing his biker jacket. The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer... Like, the only one other wearing, like, a proper school uniform is really, like, Taka, but he's wearing a white school uniform. And it's, like, a full, like...
Do they have assigned school uniforms, or do they just kind of wear uniforms from other schools?
That's a good question that I don't think they ever talk about. Something about it we need to pay attention to. How?
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
I mean, yeah, basically it looks like they're wearing whatever they want.
You need the key to get in. And the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Interesting. Oh wait, that means me.
What?
No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. It's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
You don't gotta get close to do anything.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
There's one person who could have.
Yes, you could. If you used this.
The magic of a crystal
Some kind
ball!
of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
It allows you to control the world.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But how would you use it?
Well, you stare into it and then you see the future, supposedly.
And then a ghost comes and hits the button for you.
Yeah, throw it.
Yeah, they divined with it.
Yeah, divine.
The killer simply took aim at the
Yeet!
incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
Yep, yeeting was
All
the
they had to
answer.
do was hit that switch,
Yeet!
and the incinerator would come to life.
And who has the power of yeet on his side?
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yeah, no killer would have been that sloppy unless they're an idiot.
Wait, no, just hold on.
Oh, wait a second.
Well, if the cleaning duty person is an idiot.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far.
Only one's doing the work to solve the case. Everyone else is just like, what?
Yeah, literally, it's always like, hey, Makoto, oh, I think it's this. Oh, that makes sense, but what about this? Oh, okay.
Could someone really
Kyogo's
do
like,
that?
the only way you'll find peace is if you solve this case yourself. But only you. No one else has to.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
The ultimate fanfic creator, the ultimate clairvoyant, or baseball?
I got it! Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
The killer is the ultimate yeeter.
Ultimate yeet!
Because really, isn't that what baseball is? You yeet the ball?
Do you have
Well,
any
if
idea
you're
how
sure.
stupid you sound right now?
No, I mean, even you yeet the ball with the bat.
I feel like that's not quite the same kind of yeet at that point.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
Professional yeetsman.
You gotta thwack with the bat.
I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
I'm gonna be so sad that one of the
Okay then.
actually colorful cursors is going away.
Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Hey, closing argument. No. How do you close the argument? Comic books.
You close the argument by taking a briefcase and closing it.
How do you close an argument? Comic books.
Yeah.
Boop. Boop.
What is this?
What?
What the fuck is happening?
Comic books. Basically, you have this, right? And you fill.
Oh, I see.
You fill in the
It's
gaps.
because it's Japanese comic book.
Yes.
It's like you're really early for it to be at the incinerator already. Although the frames that it gives are still like, what the fuck?
Well, that has to be that. She went in, and then broke it. He went in, he stabbed her. She wrote her message. Died. Cleaned everything up, and now I think I got it.
You!
If I even remember properly.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning.
Like, so,
Last
Sayaka,
night, the killer
like,
went to the room
lured someone in,
In other words,
died out of being killed from self-defense, and then decided to fuck over that person in her dying moments.
Well, you could argue that it wasn't self-defense the moment he broke the door down to get to her, because he could have ran away at that point. Self-defense argument could easily be dissuaded by, no, he actively broke the door down when she was locked in there to go kill her.
Yes and no, because, like, she'd already made an attempt. There's nothing saying that she wouldn't make another attempt on him.
But the thing is, at that point, he could have easily left, gone back to his room, locked the door, and been done for the night, and then just talked about it in the morning, and been like, yo, this happened last night.
Come to think of it, like, failed murder attempts are really... You're fucked.
Like, he did not have to go out of his way to break the doorknob and then go stab her at that point when she was already locked in the bathroom far away from him.
what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them.
I mean, like you do.
As you do, yeah.
She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier.
Like, yeah, Sayaka is very much in the wrong, but Leon is not in the right in any way.
I mean, yeah. I just...
Hey, so she tried to kill me? Ah, classic Sayaka.
But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
Self-defense!
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Like, totally here, I would be like, yeah, no, self-defense.
I'm also like, I can't wait for this chapter to be over because I feel like we've been pronouncing her name wrong.
During the
and
struggle,
I'm so annoyed.
a strike from the sword broke
Constantly.
Sayaka's right wrist.
Like, at this point, if she would have died from the sword, it would have been like, okay, self-defense, yeah, he killed her, but, like, self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
The minute she ran to the bathroom and he broke the door down,
That's
now.
when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open.
Because I think
Wait, what does happen if it's in self-defense?
You still killed, so you technically would still be the murderer in Monokuma's eyes.
What a legally fucked up interpretation.
Yes.
What they didn't know was
But
that
I
the
mean, I guess
bathroom
all
door
of
got
this is
stuck
legally
inside.
fucked up.
And there was a trick
Yes!
to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her. But of course, the killer had no way of knowing.
Like, in for Monokuma, it doesn't, like, circumstances and everything don't matter. It was, did you kill the person? Cool, you're the murderer now.
Who was the killer?
Yeah, that's it, just who is
I guess it's not the word murder.
And
It's
stabbed
just
Sayaka.
killer.
blackened.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
With
again.
what strength she had
Like-
remaining, Sayaka left a dying message.
Legally
To keep the
dubious.
killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they
Man,
ever
Leon
made.
must not have gotten a lot of sleep last night. Because how much time would have taken up using the lint roller in like, the entire room?
I mean, they've only been living there for what, like 4 days?
It's been like maybe a week at most.
So there's only so much to roll up, but he's running on that murder adrenaline high, yeah.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate. So they came up with a plan to use Hero's crystal ball, which he left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot.
Man, now he's taking shots now? Of what kind?
And that's because the
I
killer
thought it wasn't druggy
was
guy.
the ultimate
That's true.
baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute
Yeah, he
precision,
lost his crystal
hit the
ball, but he
switch
had
on
some
the
shot.
incinerator, which then quickly roared to life.
That's how he forgot that he lost the crystal ball.
Having destroyed the final piece of evidence,
Also,
they
I'm just
left the
amused
area
at, like,
with, I imagine,
the mystery killer is just like an alien.
Yeah, no, they use this, like, gray figure to be like, this is the murderer. Be like, who is it? But, like, at this point, you
there
know.
was one thing they missed.
Just It looks like an alien.
Oh yeah.
Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
Ba-boom!
Leon.
Ba-boom!
Just what a facial expression.
Oh yeah.
It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room.
You know, because he was too high to remember.
You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it.
Or
right?
drunk on shots.
See,
Yeah.
Nicole? You thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
On what grounds do you object? You don't know? Well, screw you, you're dead.
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence?
Haven't we been producing?
Your fucking name?
Also, we've been producing evidence this entire time to back up our this.
Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence?
Because of course we are. Nobody else is.
Obviously.
I have the evidence? Hey! How about a rhythm game?
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use
I'm not
anything in
joking.
the room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
They used something to, of their own to remove the screws? Could have been...
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Okay.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
See, the name is Leon, but it looks like baby Axel. It looks like baby Lee, and just stop.
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. Hey, have you ever wanted to play a rhythm game in your murder simulator?
Absolutely.
Where's your proof?
Always.
You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me?
If somebody said something, I cannot see it because I'm too rhythmy.
Everyday Sharky.
You lied. Shut up.
Magic said.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance.
Wait, how do you know which
It
button to
wasn't
press?
me.
In the instructions, it's just you need to hit A to target and Y to shoot on B. The circle in the path is on B. It was just in the instructions.
Where's your proof?
The ones you skipped.
This should
Yes.
prove it.
The ones I skipped because I know how to play, and I can just be like, here's how to play. Screw y'all, I'm the one playing.
Screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove that.
Maybe a screwdriver.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Can you just say Leon assumed it wouldn't be there?
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own
Yes,
toolkit.
you are. Yes, you are.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Wouldn't it have just been like, show it's been opened at that point?
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
I mean, considering they said that none of them had opened it yet.
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
I think that means dead.
Stupid. Stupid.
Leon's definitely just yelling stupid at himself. He comes to scream.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Oh, I love whatever the heck that
Whatever
was.
the hell that was.
Hey, I got an A.
Congratulations, you passed your first exam.
Yay! What do I get?
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all,
It's a lot
suppose
of levers
you
or a
vote for
very long
someone.
lever.
You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited!
Are y'all ready to see a
Who will
punishment?
be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What if you choose wrong, but you're outvoted?
You personally cannot vote. It auto does it. And it's majority rules. So it doesn't matter what you vote, as long as the majority choose the
So,
blackened.
if you were wrong, but everyone else got it right, then you're still safe.
Yes. As long as everyone got it right.
Why is the voting a slot machine? That's a great question.
Looks like you got
I
it.
also would like to know.
Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kawada.
I can't get over this fucking screen.
Hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
I'm gonna fucking murder you next.
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
I had a crush on her. Son of a bitch.
What the
hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So that's why.
I killed her first.
None of you are any different.
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here.
Are we all forgetting that Sayaka lured him there?
Oh no, Sayaka lured him there. But again, he went out of his way to go back to his room, get the toolkit, break down the door, open it, and then stab her.
I mean, I'm still like yes and no, right? In a normal case, that'd be like, yeah, that's still fucked up. But even assuming that it had been like life or death, it doesn't matter here. Which is where I am like, yes, the legal dubiousness of Monokuma. Because, like, otherwise, self-defense is a valid legal defense. But here, even in self-defense, you have to hide it.
Even as far as I know, self-defense ends the point of you could have gotten out and gotten to somewhere safe. He could have gone to his room and locked the door and would have been safe.
Even in this case, like, yeah.
Yeah.
But even if you took that out, it wouldn't matter here. Whereas normally, it fucking would.
Yes. It was a complete chance that I wound up like this.
Also, honestly, the adrenaline and not thinking straight of someone just made an attack on my fucking life.
Hey, come on!
Honestly.
You expect me to just accept my death?
Oh.
Dot.
Sorry, Leon, because it seems you're dead either way.
Everything's become clear. The decision we
You
made
know what? I'm glad that Sayaka didn't get away with it.
was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then the truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong.
Yes, she was.
After all, I am a horny teenager. It's all because of that video.
God, I hate this. Yes, she was fucking wrong. No matter what was on the video, if you try to if you get close to someone and then try to frame them for murder so that you can get out, that's fucking wrong.
Oh yeah. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I couldn't even imagine. You
Cool
did
motive,
have
still murder. Truly.
Yeah,
Truly.
exactly. Cool motive. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me.
Why? Why?
I can't afford to be stuck in here.
I mean, you also saw everything that she said and did.
Yes.
So, it's really not that shocking.
The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka...
Her fame! Her dream!
I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant.
I swear when she said that, I was like, she's already murdered before.
And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said...
Cool motive, still murder! Cool motive, still framing your fucking friend!
Always be there for me. I need you on my side.
I've killed before and I'll do it again.
She was lying to
I'll be honest, I'm kind of glad she was dead because she was annoying as fuck.
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I never know. There's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's it.
MC is stupid, and so are half the characters.
Boy howdy, that entertainment industry must sure be terrifying, huh?
Like, I like Celeste, I like Kyoko, and I like Mondo just because he's swear. That's it, that's the limit of the characters I like.
I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she descended into pure madness. What did you say? I understand. Really, I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. What?
What?
No, I actually didn't hear what you said.
I said it's not love, it's lust.
Stop screwing with us. This is all your fault. Sayaka being forced to do
Makoto wasn't having real conversations with her until, what, 4 days ago?
Yep.
It's not love.
It's not... All of it, everything. It's all your fault. Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma.
In fact, I think that
But-
being ace more than anything is you really understand the difference between love and lust.
That's enough. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now. ...
Damn it!
That was a close one. Thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping.
And then you were gonna die.
Just barely avoided punishment, you did.
I really wanted you to die.
Now then, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kawada will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice. I had to kill her.
I really would like to know, like, what would happen in a failed murder situation.
Nobody died.
Yeah, but like,
Nobody would be blackened.
is there punishment for attempted
No.
murder? You just have every bias against you in the next murder.
Yes.
But that would make you stupid. Because
Yes.
if you know for a fact everyone already knows you tried, you wouldn't try again immediately afterwards. Because everyone already knows that you have the capacity to attempt murder.
Yeah, that's it. I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom? Did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
I think it's pretty cloudy.
So that's
No,
why-
that's
I'm
not...
laughing because I was watching Psychopaths recently, and the terminology
Of what?
I was watching Psychopaths recently.
Yeah.
and so in Psychopaths, there's this system that basically judges how likely you are to commit a crime, regardless of whether or not you've actually had one. And it gives you a score. And there's a like mini measurement thing called like a hue check. And when you are closer to being a latent criminal, as they call it as like your hue getting cloudy.
Interesting.
So when it says unclouded, I'm just like, eh.
Stop.
Also, Psychopaths is good, but only season 1.
I've had enough of this.
Oh.
Oh.
Although I started the video game recently.
Are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka. Do you understand? I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him. Swah? If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against the one who put us in this situation, the mastermind. Uh-oh. Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Oh no. He
Well,
just became woke.
Well, it just so happens that there's nothing more unethical than an unwavering sense of justice.
Honestly, kind of.
What?
Honestly, kind of.
After all, it's people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you?
Christian.
You're not wrong. Just shut up. Okay, well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment.
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey.
No more begging. No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kawada, the ultimate baseball star.
No, 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 no.
Have fun.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No!
Ding.
Game over.
Wow. Eyeballs just moving around.
Uh-huh.
Is he gonna get pelted to death by baseballs?
What else?
And
would,
if not, why not?
what else would how else would a baseball star be killed? The 1,000 blows.
It's not how baseball scoring works.
Do you think Monokuma cares?
No.
They're also standing there.
Say it.
They're also standing there watching him.
Yeah, well. Damn, I was kind of hoping the other students would be given baseball bats and just told to channel their rage. No, because then all of them would be blackened.
Yes, because then that would be blackened.
Or I guess because of what I asked earlier, just whoever does the killing blow would be blackened?
Yeah, really.
Okay, wait. What happens if the killing blow happens, but they haven't realized it yet, and other people still hit him?
Killing blow.
How do you tell? How do you tell which one was the killing blow if everyone kept striking him still?
You then would have to try to determine who landed the killing blow.
All right, who here is the ultimate medical examiner?
What we saw, that was a true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else can we call it?
Extreme!
Woohoo! Extreme! Some of the students look very indifferent to watching an execution. Man!
What was it? Celeste is constantly just calm.
Celeste and Kyoko.
Well, Kyoko is less calm than just measured about it.
My adrenaline's pumping right out of control.
But Celeste is the one that's repeatedly called out for just continually being calm.
Yeah. What's going on? I can't
take it.
I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it.
Kyoko's just like, yep, same shit, different day.
Well, hey, if you don't like it.
Well, as the only smart person in this class, I guess I gotta solve all the crimes.
All you gotta do
What
is...
was the ultimate of again?
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
She's Sherlock. She's the ultimate detective.
All we know is that we don't know. All you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever.
Nope, I've been watching Elementary. She's Sherlock.
But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Man.
Fuck you. Why the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
That's a good question, Magic. I can't answer that because spoilers.
What the heck?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. Oh,
So there's a whole dark, awful secret society. Got it.
Oh, so why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through such a grueling ordeal?
Hey,
It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of shit.
I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your
ass
into the ground. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh?
See, Mondo may mind the solo bugles, but I also enjoy that he at least swears more colorfully than just saying L.
But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You're to blame. Of course we can't cut free of the outside world. Being trapped in this place, in this insane place? You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure once you learn all the mysteries of the school, your thinking will change for sure. You'll think, boy, is it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
Yeah, you don't have to deal with capitalism for one thing.
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there. Just like before.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Anyway, let's get back to the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to? Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of the fun for later. And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I just said poof.
Ah.
He disappeared, poof.
Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no. It wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone.
Well, you're not alone. There's so many other students. There's how many left? 12?
3 dead out of 15, so yeah, 12.
Well, that's 3, but then there was the... Wait, no.
No, that's counting, because Sayaka, Junko, and then just Leon.
No, sorry, I was thinking of the bomb from earlier, but he got saved.
Yes. No one tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? I miss
Sure,
her.
alright. Yeah, I liked Junko! Also, Junko is one of the best characters in Nana.
She moved in close and whispered into my ear.
Oh, she is! Junko's great.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? ... I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool, becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even until the end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. So fingers crossed that no one kills Kyoko. She was thinking of me?
Well, yeah. I think Kyoko's pretty smart, so she would be one of the harder ones to kill, and she's smart enough to help deduce who is the killer, but that's yet another reason that she would be a target.
Yes, because if you end her, then it's harder.
Celeste is my other favorite at this moment. Just, you know.
You can't say... What?
What?
Celeste is your other favorite, and then I didn't hear the rest of it.
I said no, neither of them, please.
Oh, okay. You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you could know that.
We absolutely definitely knew that.
Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Or she did it just to screw over Leon. One final time. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back to the person who had killed her.
Certainly.
She just really wanted Leon dead.
That's certainly one
I'm
possibility.
kind of like, man, of all of the guys you could have targeted, Sayaka, why didn't you choose, like, the creeper, dude?
Hifumi?
She could have done the world a favor.
I don't think it would have worked.
Hmm?
I don't know if that would have worked either. I don't think he would have shown up.
Why not?
I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta be decisive with your murder.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. ... Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Friends is just such a strong word, and yeah, everyone's forgetting about Junko.
Correct.
Like, literally, they've already forgotten she existed.
But she was so cool.
Without someone...
And she was one gutsy enough to try to kill Monokuma.
Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free of such a desperate situation.
Max gutsy points. Too bad she didn't have any steady.
Move past...
I guess the last max steady.
Move past their deaths? That's... I could never do that. ... No. I'm gonna carry them with me the rest of my life.
However long that lasts.
How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I carry them with me forever. I carry their memories with me wherever I go. ... So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Like we forgot Junko. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey,
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How'd you know I want to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well. ... I'm psychic.
What?
Huh? Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition.
No, you don't. You took that whole time with the trial to figure it out. You do not have good intuition.
12 surviving students. To be continued.
In another stream.
In another stream. Hey, we received a Despair bat present.
A bat? Me? Despair bat sounds like me.
Well, thank you all for joining for the murder trial. That was a thing. That was a thing.
Thanks for coming and accumulating more channel points, Magic. We really have to come up with something for you to spend them all.
56k, gosh dang it. Am I continuing this next week with chapter 2?
I suppose, unless something else comes up.
Yeah, okay. We'll be back Sunday for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Wait, did we properly announce what
Nope.
we're doing?
No, we
Day?
have not said what we're doing for Valentine's
Alright,
Day.
surprise!
We have not said it, and I don't think at this point we will.
It's gonna be a surprise!
Well, we might...
Join us for an extra special Valentine's Day stream. Woo.
See you Sunday. Bye.
Night, everyone.